large dragon eyes. I'm going to show you a few of these, and then we're going to go ahead and send it off. This happens to be one of our one I did, a red dragon eye. We have a blue dragon eye, and this green one I was told looks more like an alligator than a dragon,
but a snake,
or a snake, or a snake. So we're going to get right into starting this. So we're going to go ahead and show you what Betsy's done. We're getting there. So this was her. Is this your green and blue or green and purple? This is her green and blue. And then she has a green and purple. And then her next one is orange and purple. So everybody has a different idea of how they want their dragon eyes to look. Make sure that you have your water for clearing your brushes, and you have your wet napkin or paper towel with you. So the first thing you're going to want to do with these fillable ornaments is you're going to use the inside, not the outside. We're going to paint on the inside. So the first color you put down is the first color you're going to see. So the first thing we want to do is do a pupil, which is normally black. And if you have it in your container, it can be shaped like an oblong football. It could be a long triangle. And that's probably, you don't have to do black, but it does show up best. So we're going to go ahead and put in our black. And the biggest thing with these is making sure that the pupil dries before you add color to it, or else you're going to have a muddied mess. So Miss Betsy's right over there, and she is painting her eye, her pupil. And I think she's going to do, there you go. Oh, she's got it done already. So she's going to wait for that to dry. And if she wanted to go on to a second one, if you plan on making a second one, you can. That's why we gave you the whole fillable ornament. Or there's an option of not using the whole ornament and giving it a bit of a round back. So we're going to go ahead and see how well that is. Feel free to go ahead and blow on it or use a fan or whatever you need to get it to dry. So Betsy is touching up the black, it looks like. Oh, she's doing her second one. That gives your first ornament the time to dry. It usually doesn't take all that long. We managed to complete 2 of these, 3 of these in about a half an hour. So because these are pretty good acrylic, they're going to dry fairly well. So while we're talking about this, this is our second dragon eye of the summer reading. And I'm going to go ahead and give you your next step while you're waiting, so you know what to prepare for. The color right next to your eye pupil is going to be your next color. You can make that all one color. You can streak it. You can swoosh it, just like some of these. This one has been, this is a very, very bright one. And it's got lots of colors in it. So it's completely and totally up to you. This is art, and art is imagination. So just make sure that you are rinsing your brush between colors, or they'll get very, very muddy. So let's see, am I going to be lucky enough to have this dry? I am making a purple one. Miss Betsy is fogging hers up. Her color of choice today is blue and green. Because you have all the colors, you're able to make them lighter, darker. Go ahead and fade those in. So are we about ready to add our second color? Now don't forget, the next color you put down is the next color you're going to see. From time to time, you want to turn your dragon eye over and look at the top to make sure that it's exactly what you're looking for. We did find if you don't wait too long and you think you've messed up, you can take a wet paper towel and wipe it out. So she's gonna do a yellow, and I think I'm gonna do a red. for a pinkish red. Around mine. And you know what, this we gave you this little brush and it works really well for the fine details. I hope now you probably have what, 3 brushes? We've done 3 painting crafts. So next time I think we'll go ahead and just remind you to go ahead and save them for the next craft. But that's okay. This is what we do. So how's yours looking there, Betsy? You got the color on yet?
I'm still outlining it in yellow.
She's outlining it in yellow. How are you coming, Jennifer?
Well,
That's okay. Slow's okay. Jennifer does wonderful with art. So if you happen to want something or information, she is a fantastic artist. She actually does our paint and pastries when we're open, which we don't know when that'll be, but we are missing you all very, very much. So as you can tell, I made a mistake and I'm just going to take a paper towel and clean it up. So I have black everywhere. That's okay. I didn't wait long enough. And we'll go ahead and make that part of our eye. So this dragon has a little bit of a black eye. So, how are you coming over there? Okay, okay. See, she has a nice big black pupil and it looks to be yellow. Outline the pupil. So she's going to give that just a minute or 2 to dry. And then she is going to go ahead and add any embellishments you want. So if you want to have some wispies coming out of the iris or out of the first color, well, you probably should have did that first if you wanted it to come out of your iris. But it's okay. We live and we learn, and that's all part of art. Okay, so I'm going to work on purple while Betsy's working on a green or a blue. The pearlized colors are wonderful if you want to add that little bit of luminescence. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this in. As you can see, I've got it right here in my hands and I'm working it out. See, I'm going to try to turn this so you can see. I'm taking in where I want to be and I'm just flicking it out so that it has a little bit of, I don't know, wisps, like your iris would have a little bit of color. And I don't know what that means. I don't remember what that's called. The in your eye, it's not always all solid, but it is speckled. Let's call it speckled. So mine is, I'm working on it. We're getting there. Betsy's doing hers in, she's undecided. Do you see that?
The second one, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do.
And this is a layering type craft. So remember, it's the first color you put down is the first color you're going to see. So if you want it to be light or dark, go ahead and mix it with your white or your black. Give yourself a little bit of color, but don't mix orange and black together. I think Betsy tried to do that yesterday and we had green. Oh, is it purple? Yeah. The purple, she tried to go really light with the purple, and then it's all a bit of a practice. So this is our second to last craft of the summer reading. So if you haven't been able to participate in the others, maybe next week, if you're signed up, you could join us here on Zoom. We are currently in the process of figuring out what we're going to do once summer reading is over and how we can engage you, our patrons. And I don't know if we want to talk about maybe not. I'm not quite sure what I want to talk about today, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you about Norman. Norman has been traveling all over our district. And you know what? He is a wild one. I tell you what, he has been to places you wouldn't normally think of. So if you haven't had the chance to enter your Norman, please go to our website and click on the box that says, "Where is Norman?" and tell us what you think. Tell us where he's at. Because what could it hurt? You could win Norman. He might come to your garden or to your porch or to your deck. It just depends on if you can find Norman. Oh, that looks really good. Betsy's doing a wonderful job. Mine, not so much this time. But that's okay. It's all about you having fun. And if it's not what you want to do, it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Nobody is. So we want to make sure that you know that. Hey, okay, you're not perfect either, because I see your hair is not done perfectly today, but we'll forgive you for that. That was Jennifer. And she is our president of the Andover Library Friends Group. And if that is something that you're interested in helping with, don't hesitate to call the library. We'll get you a Friends membership form. It's $3 a year. Is that about right?
Yep.
For a single person, it's $3. That money goes to the Friends. And what the Friends do is they provide programs like this one so that you, our patrons, can have some entertainment as well as your reading materials. They do the basket raffle, the book sale. They are very involved with us. We meet the second Wednesday of the month. Right now it is via Zoom. So if it's something you would like to be a part of, don't hesitate. Somebody here at the library can get that information for you. And we would love to have you participate in some of our activities. Unfortunately, we're kind of shut down a little bit with participation inside the library because of this lovely virus we're having. And we should be very fortunate that all we have is coronavirus and not the Black Plague. Because that has made, there's a case of the Black Plague in Colorado. Believe it or not, like this wasn't enough. But it's okay. We're all dealing with it. Make sure that you're wearing your masks and being safe. A lot of businesses have now gone to mandatory mask wearing. We here would prefer that you wear a mask when you come into the building if you have made an appointment. Oh, we have required, it is no longer if you want to, you are required to wear a mask when you enter the building. That is not only for your safety, but for ours. We are, what do I want to say? We're sterilizing, we're cleaning all the books that come in. So if you are bringing books back to the library, please make sure that they are dropped in our box outside, our book drop outside. We want to make sure that everybody stays safe and healthy as best we can. Let's see. We have coming up. We have, we're working on our plans for the rest of the summer and into the fall. If there's something you'd like to see or something you have missed, don't hesitate to give us a call here at the library at 440-293-6792. I know I give that number out a lot, but that's just in case you don't have it on hand. Or speed dial, because this is a great number to have on speed dial. Because where else can you call and say, I need a book or I need a movie, and just run here, park in the back, in front of the doors, and we will drop that off to you. So we want to make sure that we are doing for you what you guys do for us, and that is make us a success. Oh, so Betsy's done with her blue, and I'm just about done with my purple. So I'm just putting some finishing touches on my purple. Mine's a little darker, it's probably a little harder to see, but that's okay. Like I said, it's everybody's creative ability. So you should have plenty of paint. And if you should happen to be signed up for next week, Imagine Your Story brick, and you have extra paint, just go ahead and put the cap back on it. It wouldn't hurt to have a little extra. We are supplying that. So here's my purple. Let's see if I can get in there a little bit. Turn one way or another. And go ahead and we'll set that down to dry. Now, Miss Betsy's already gone into her pupil of her second eye. There she goes, and she is going to, but she's unsure what color she wants to do. So I have not. So I'm going to just go ahead and get my pupil in there real fast. That looks more like a snake, as I've been told, than a pupil. There we go. And just make sure that it's a solid black so you don't see through it unless you want to see through it and give it a little bit of depth. We miss seeing everybody here at the library. We miss our little ones. We miss our adults. But don't hesitate to give us a call. Tell us what you're looking for, and we'll see what we can find. Our CleveNet ordering system is now back up and running, so feel free to go to our site and say, I want this book, that book, put it on hold, and delivery has been resumed. So hopefully we can get you books from other libraries. I know that we've been getting a lot in, so that they're catching up. So if you had ordered something before we left for our COVID little break, give us a call, see if we have it for you. You will get a reminder call. So lots of lovely things happening here at the library. If you're having an issue with technical difficulty stuff, our tech guy, Pete, he is here. You can give him a call. You can also, I believe, make an appointment to spend some one-on-one phone time with him so that you can have things resolved, or if you have a question on how to get on Libby or how to get on Overdrive or Hoopla, somebody's always here to be able to help you get those. All that's still available. Betsy's working on her, it looks like she's working furiously. Oh, that didn't come out right, but that's okay. She added some white to get some lighter colors. She doesn't like it, but that's okay. It's art. We just do what we do. So I am going to just make my second one all purple, just like I did the last one, but I think I'm going to go a little lighter than what I did before. The other one was a little dark. So here, let me turn it this way so you can see a really light purple here. We're going to go ahead and I think I'm going to gradually work it out to where it's lighter to darker. And I think that's what Betsy's working on too, is a shading. Oh, she got too close to the black. That's okay. I did too on one spot, but mine isn't quite as dry. Now, next week's craft, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it if you're registered, is a brick, and we are providing you 2 stencils, one for the side of the brick and one for the front of the brick. It does say Imagine Your Story, and it has whatever mythical creature you asked for, whether that be a dragon or a gnome, unicorn, or a dragon. That is there and will be provided to you. Those are ready, will be ready to pick up on Monday, so there's no waiting for that. Let's see, the last children's craft is on Tuesday, and we are going to make sure that all our princesses and princes have their respective headgear. So what that means is if you're a princess, we're going to go ahead and make you a princess crown or a princess hat and a princess crown. So next week, Betsy and I are going to choose one or the other to make, and she'll be making one, I'll be making the other. So you'll be able to see what they will look like finished. And I know that that doesn't pertain to you on most of the adults, but some of you have grandchildren or children who have signed up for that. So we want to make sure that you know that we're going to make both of them so you can see what they're like. Is it all blue? I think so she's got her blue dragon eye, and that is her second. And we are just about finished with this. I have a little more to go, but that's okay. Oh, she dropped it. That's okay. I dropped them lots of times.
No, I put it down.
So here we are with the purple. We're going a little this way. Maybe this way I want to turn. It's just going to have a few colors in it, and then we're going to go ahead and just make the whole thing purple. So you want to make sure that when you're doing these, you cover all of the back, or the clear will show through. But if that's what you're looking for, then that's okay too. We're just about done. I'm just about ready to show you what my purple will look like completed. And almost completed. We're just adding some more of the darker paint around the edges. This is the inside of my dragon. So you notice the only color you can see is the purple. So that is going to be my last color that I'm putting down. Because the last color you put down is the last color. It's the very end. So we have been with you now about 25 minutes. And if you like this craft, this dragon eye, and you have wonderful ones that you've completed, please don't hesitate to show them to us with a hashtag Andover SR 2020. That is our summer reading hashtag. And if we can see you and your dragon eye or summer reading craft, we will enter you into a drawing for, I believe we're entering you in for a Blu-ray player. So it's a big deal. Okay, Jennifer, you want to show us where you're at? Ooh, hers, oh, that's going to look really sharp. That is going to be look really well. And that's your first one?
Yeah. Decided to make a matching pair, so I'm working on the second one.
Oh, so what are you planning on doing with your dragon eyes?
I might hang them on a tree.
That's what we were thinking. We were thinking because we have so many here. Betsy's made, what, 3 or 4? 5?
Yeah, 5.
And I have 2, 4, 6, 7. I think we're going to just make a really eerie thing for Christmas, for Halloween. We're just going to have dragon eyes everywhere.
You're gonna hang up in the code.
Oh, you want to hang them from the cove, which is right across from the oh, Betsy's demonic over there. She's crazy. But we're watching you. Now that is a perfect thing. If you happen to come into the library and you're browsing and you see a whole bunch of eyes, make sure that they're not following you. They may. But we have some creative liberty here too. We decorate the library, and you know what? Maybe we'll just do it in eyes because we have the googly eyes. So don't forget, if you have the googly eyes, that you can googly eye it and send us a picture. Remember to, what you're doing is you're taking the googly eyes and you're adding them to inanimate objects and giving them a face. So if you have done that, make sure you send us some pictures because we'd love to see it. It is one of our just everyday crafts. If you don't have the googly eyes and you want some, more welcome to. You can stop at the Andover Library. We have a couple of pre-made bags. If not, you can purchase googly eyes at just about any dollar store. And you can use those. You can, you know what, turn your milk into a googly-eyed face. Oh, oh, right in the yellow. Now that is one bright eye. You're funny. Yes, this is a wonderful paint. If you happen to get it on your table, it comes off with soap and water. She's dropping it everywhere. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and come back to me, seeing Betsy's got the dropsies over there. And I have finished my purple. So I'm going to show you this. And they do need time to dry. So make sure that you set them somewhere that they can dry and not be dropped or end up on your floor. The other purple one we did here, this one's a little different than this one, but then again, they're all a little different. Nothing is ever perfect, and that's okay. So I hope that you've enjoyed this craft as much as we have enjoyed doing this craft for you. Next week's again is Imagine Your Storybrick. You can pick those supplies up on Monday. And I want to thank you so much for joining us here at the Andover Public Library, and don't hesitate to give us a call and stop by. Thank you so much for your time today, and enjoy your weekend.